Hey guys, TDR here. Today we're going to take a look at the JJRC H78G. Now this is courtesy of GearBest.com. So we got to give props to the guys over there at GearBest for sending this out for me to check out. And it had a nice little surprise as soon as I opened up this box, which is very plain. It looks like a generic thing, but they've added a little special touch to this thing, which I thought was really nice. A really nice ad. Look at that nice case that it comes in. Now that's something you don't see every day, right? So I was very impressed with that. So I'm gonna just do a real quick unbox on this thing, and that way I can take it out and fly it and show you it flying, which is what really counts, right? This little stuff here. This is all your typical stuff. You got your spare props, you got your charger, your screwdriver, you know, all that good stuff. You know, they all have this. Every one of these quadcopters has a bag of these things. Here's your prop guards in here. Here's your transmitter. It has antennas. I suspect these antennas might be real because of the fact that it has GPS. But back here is where the batteries go. It uses 3 AA batteries. They go in here. You remove the screw, put them in there. The controller has a real nice feel to it. And then it has the phone holder that goes down here. There's your headless mode. You return to home, take off, land, GPS, photo, video, you know, the normal stuff. Here's the quadcopter. Folds out like that. Now I'll tell you, I've never had a bad JJRC quadcopter. Never. Okay? I've had tons of other bad ones, but a JJRC, I've never had a bad one. Here's the little camera right here. Now this camera is 1080p. I am going to fire up the app real quick to show you the app. It has a 900 milliamp hour battery, and there that is. 7.4 volts. So let's weigh this up, because this thing might go over the limit. I'm not sure, because it does feel a little hefty. No, it's only 190. Okay, so we're safe. Then it just feels a lot heavier. Very nice. Build quality nice plastic. It's got these little rubber feet. It's a Spark look-alike type deal, you know. Looks just like the Spark. Now I will tell you, when you turn it on, this is going to be like the Bugs stuff. Even if you don't want to use the GPS, which you can turn off, you don't need to use the GPS, because there's an on and off button for the GPS right here, and it'll show on the telemetry screen, because it has that right here. You still have to do the compass calibration every time you turn it on, just like the Bugs 2 and the Bugs 5 and those types of quadcopters. They've been some of the Hubsan ones. You have to do it, even if you're not going to use the GPS. You have to do it, and it's pretty easy. You just turn it on. Turn on the transmitter. Now what you're going to see is all these lights flashing right here. It's waiting for you to do it. So we're going to just do it right now. You just pick up the quadcopter like this. Rotate it like 3 or 4 times clockwise, counterclockwise. There, it'll make that noise. You heard that? So then you just take it and do it. Hold it and just flip it this way 3 or 4 more times. And there it goes, right there. Oop, sorry about that, guys. Bumped a phone. So here you got, it has on there for the level calibration, but I haven't been able to get that to take yet. It's supposed to be down and to the right, but I don't know. I just turned the GPS off. And when you turn the GPS off indoors, which is on this button right here, it'll let you arm the motors, okay? And then you just disarm the motors by going down and out again. But if you have the GPS button on, if the GPS is on, look, if I hold it here, you'll see it switch over there to on. If the GPS is on, it won't let you arm the motors if it doesn't have a GPS lock. So it has to have a GPS lock to arm the motors in GPS mode. But if you want to just fly it in the house, which I did already, you just turn that off and arm the motors up. No problem. Flies great in the house. I already did it. I just turned them off. And I'll just show you the telemetry that's on here. It just has your, your speed, your height, and your distance. And it also it'll flip back and forth between your voltage on your transmitter and the voltage on your battery in the quadcopter. Okay, right now I'm reading on the transmitter it's reading at 4.4 volts, and on the quadcopter it's reading 8.3 volts. And it says GPS off. So that's pretty self-explanatory stuff right there. Looks good though. Looks good. So let me fire up the app real quick and show you that. And there's a QR code in the manual for the app. And here's the name of the Wi-Fi connection right here. It's called JJRC H78G. Yeah, that's a tongue twister for sure. So you get that, then you go over to the app. I'm going to show you what the icon looks like for the app. Here it is right here. It just says JJRC. It's white with the blue JJRC on the app right there. So you go like that. Now it lets you connect the device, and I guess they're doing something nice here where they're just having one app, and then you can pick the drone you have off the drop down menu. But I don't need to do that now because I already did it, so it already remembered that that's what it was. But it has all their products there, where you see them now is just they're putting out a new app every time they put out a quadcopter. I have like 15 SEMA apps on this phone right here. So we're just going to go to connect device, and there it goes right there. It's connected. And I'm going to pick up the phone so you can see the video. Now this is 1080p video right there. There's the box it was in, and there's my coffee. So there you go right there. Piece of cake. Then you would just slide the phone into the holder, which we're going to go do, and we're going to go fly it. But the app, it has, you have some settings on here. It has beginner mode. It has your flight distances and stuff like that, not real hard stuff. I'm going to take that beginner mode off. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that. The distance is 300 meters. That's 900 feet. So, and then the height is 120 meters. That's what's built into the computer here. We're not going to be able to go past that. Okay. So there's just some settings up here on the top if you want to use the FPV mode and to record the video and the follow me and all that stuff on there. But most of the buttons are here on the transmitter for the photo and video. So we'll just go with those. I usually don't like to mess around with the apps after I get the quadcopter flying in the air, because what I noticed on some quadcopters a while back was that once you started messing with the app, it would transfer control of the quadcopter to the app. That's why I just like to turn the app on, let me get the FPV view on there and run everything from the transmitter. That's what I like to do. I really don't like to mess around with the app after the thing's flying. Let's go fly it. Alright guys, I'm out here today with the JJRC H78G. Now, listen to this. Okay. I was out here yesterday with this thing, right? Okay. It flew real nice. Flew great. The only problem was I forgot to start the GoPro. Like an idiot. Oh, okay, so we'll see how it flies today. Yesterday it flew good, okay? But, we'll see. Alright, I'm going to start it out in the GPS mode. So we got the GPS on. It's got 11 satellites right now. Put the rate up. It's got 2 rates. Low and high. Like I said, yesterday it flew great, except I didn't record the video. I have the video recorded from the quadcopter, but you know, you can't make a video like that, you know, unless I did a voiceover on it or something, but okay, let's see how good the GPS holds. We'll come over here and get a look. It's pretty steady, okay? You know, the thing about JJRC, I've never had a bad JJRC quadcopter. Never. Okay, let's pull it back and see if it goes back to where it's supposed to. Yep. Went right back. Take it for a couple of spins around. Pretty quick, actually. Of course, it beeped, and by the time I got down to look at the screen, the beeping was gone. Oh, that thing's steady as a rock, man. I just do a little 360 here. Looks good, man. Looks good. Flies great, man. Maybe for a GPS brushed quadcopter, you know. It's in the first rate now. Just flying it around. It flies. And you see, because it has the GPS hold, when you're doing the pitch, it doesn't dive bomb to the ground. So the GPS is actually holding that, from doing it. Love to know what that beeping's about. See, all these altitude hold quadcopters, when you pitch them like that and you go full throttle, they'll just start going down. You know, and you have to keep throttling them up to keep their nose up. But this one with the GPS, it doesn't do that. So that's a good thing, right? Oh yeah, this thing flies like a dream, guys. Thanks, GearBest, for sending this to me. Now there's a little bit of wind kicking up, and this thing in the low rate, when that wind, it started moving it around. Okay, I guess you can't turn the GPS off once you're flying. Well, that's a bummer. I guess you got to do that at the beginning. Oh, it's solid as a rock, guys. That's the wind taking it a little bit. But I tried to turn the GPS off, but it won't let me. Of course, I could land it and turn it off, which I'm going to try to do. Oh, this thing flies like a dream. Believe me, this thing's great. Even without the GPS on, it's very steady. Yeah, it's very stable. Yeah, it's drifting a little bit because it's going to drift. It's a just altitude hold. They always drift. Oh yeah, punch out speed isn't that bad either. Well, another JJRC winner. I recommend this thing. I tell you, I don't know how much it costs, to be honest with you. I think it might be around $78 or something like that. Let me bring it back one more time here. I guess that's a low battery. The front lights are flashing, but it doesn't say anything on the transmitter. Anyway, guys, there it is, the JJRC H78G. It flies great. This is a great flyer. I'm not sure about what the flight time was. It seemed like about 8 minutes, something like that. The battery's pretty big in here. I think it's like 1,000 milliamps to 900. So, but you got GPS going and video recording and all that other stuff and Wi-Fi and this, that, and the other. So you're not going to get as much. If you turned all that off, you might get another minute or so. So yeah, flies good, man. Real good flyer. It flew great yesterday too, but you know, my dumbness forgetting to turn the video on. So all right, guys, have a nice day.